All right, finally get back to things here on the Airflight channel. Yeah, so we were on Friday night in the middle of going from Ticonderoga, New York to Iowa City for our second Star Trek pilgrimage flight, going to the hometown of Captain Kirk in Riverside, Iowa. And unfortunately, due to a scenery crash to desktop, I took 6 to 7 hours. Now, I didn't work like the whole 6 to 7, but I took my time with it, and I found out the scenery that was responsible for the crash to desktop. And so we're good to go. We're at Lansing, Michigan. We were just north of it when the crash desktop happened. So we're going to pretend that the aircraft had a little issue with it, and we had to land at Lansing, Michigan. And now we're going to go from Lansing, Michigan, all the way to Iowa City. Should take us about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, or something like that. So I'm going to file my flight plan with VATSIM, and we're going to get on this. But just pretend that that's all that happened, and we're just going to continue on. So, should be pretty good. Cleveland Center is on. We're going to have them for about a couple minutes, and then pretty much it's just going to be like that. We also filled up fuel, sitting there pretending that we landed and everything's good. Give me a second here as I do this. Alright, we're just keeping the same IFR flight plan. We are going to need IFR. It's pretty gnarly out here still. So, following the flight plan now. do this. I have to get my weather, because I think we're pretty good. Fuel pump, prime, then boost. Yeah, ammeter checked. Avionics, power switch is on. That's all on. Alright, so we have to get our clearance for the IFR, and that will be with Cleveland Center. I'm going to do a double check. Let me get the weather again first, so that way I know what we're doing here and I can call it. Excuse me. And let's go monitor comp 2. Here we go.
Lansing Airport information Zulu 1600 Zulu. Wind 046 at tree. Visibility 10. Sky condition, ceiling 1,700 feet broken. Temperature -2.
That's it.
2.10.
Yep.
Altimeter
2996. Which we're good to
Visual
do.
runway 10 left and ILS runway 10 right in use. Landing and departing runway 10
Alright.
left and runway 10 right. VFR aircraft.
Yep. I gotta get ready to write my clearance, which I always forget.
Read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have Zulu.
Alright. Now, COM 1, we're going to go to Cleveland Center. 119.875. That's on VATSIM.
Cleveland Center, Southwest 1276, ready to taxi with Charlie.
Southwest 1276, runway 6 right, taxi via Lima.
6 right via Lima, Southwest 1276.
Southwest 1862, RNAV to Nitron, wind 080 at 4, runway 4 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 4 right, clear for takeoff, RNAV Nitron, Southwest 1862.
Are you ready? Cleveland Center, November 489er, Echo Foxtrot.
Number 489er, Echo Foxtrot, Cleveland Center.
Cirrus SR22 Echo Foxtrot on the ground at Lansing. Kilo Lima Alpha November, transient parking. Requesting IFR clearance to Kilo India Oscar Whiskey, and we have Zulu.
Number 9er, Echo Foxtrot, standby.
He's got to pull up all that stuff. Exactly, it's the exact opposite of efficient. But, you know. Just a big airport. They plan for big things there. Though a lot of people wearing masks still on flights. Just wondering.
Number 9er, Echo Foxtrot, cleared to Iowa City Municipal Airport. Rear vectors victory, then as filed. Maintain 3,000. Expect 8,000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure this frequency squawk 6366.
Alright, that was Cirrus SR22 Echo Foxtrot cleared to Kilo India Oscar Whiskey via victory, then as filed. 8,010, and you said climb and maintain 3,000. Stay with you on this frequency, and it's 6366 for the squawk.
9er, Echo Foxtrot, read back correct.
Alright. We have to say when we're ready to taxi. Good to go there. And
Yeah, 231 Cleveland
climb
Center.
and maintain 3,000.
231 is on the ground, Cleveland, Alpha 9, Charlie, clearance to Buffalo.
It's 119er 8.75 6366. Looking good. Okay. With that, we are good to go. All right. No, it's a choice. Like me, I always wear a mask if I'm on a commercial airliner. It's just too close. But everyone has a choice. It's nothing wrong with that, you know. That's just the way it is. So.
Okay, 231 cleared to Buffalo International Airport as filed. Climb via SID, departure this frequency squawk 5.
Putting on the Ice Protect now and the pitot heat just to make sure we have it.
Cleared to
Okay.
Buffalo, as filed. And leaving to 5247 via 230.
All right, trunks.
Yeah, 231, read back correct.
See what we're doing.
Southwest 1862, say altitude.
4,300.
South 1862, radar contact, climb and maintain level 300, resume normal speed.
Normal speed of flight level 300, Southwest 1862.
Delta 2450, contact Indianapolis Center 119er 55, see ya.
1955 for 2450 PM.
There you go.
Uniform Bravo 87, contact Boston Center 134.7. Good day.
Boston Center 347, Uniform Bravo 87, thanks for your help. See ya.
Cleveland Center, Cirrus 9 Echo Foxtrot, ready for taxi at Lansing.
Cirrus 9er Echo Foxtrot. Yeah, can you accept runway 6?
Affirmative for 9 Echo Foxtrot.
9 Echo Foxtrot, runway 6, taxi via Charlie.
Taxi via Charlie to runway 6, 9 Echo Foxtrot. Okay, test the brakes, they're good. I'm taxiing the 6 via Charlie. So. Center there, I don't know how they do all this stuff. That's a lot of work
At your discretion, advise ready for
get
taxi.
any airport in the area that they have to kind of look up the chart and everything. But, yeah, good to go.
There's 9 Echo Foxtrot, actually amended clearance, maintain 4,000 initially.
Maintaining 4,000, 9 Echo Foxtrot. Okay, so we will do that on the run up there. 4,000, there you go. Talking about the run up, let's try to do it as we roll, which is what a lot of pilots do. So caps, handles, verify pin, remove seatbelts and shoulder harnesses, secure doors, latch, brakes held, flight controls free and correct. They are. Trim set for takeoff, it already is. Autopilot, flaps at 50%. Engine and flight instruments, this isn't the safest thing, but check. HSI altimeter check and set, it is. Excuse me. Fuel quantity confirmed, we are good. And, where was I? Fuel selector, full of stake, propeller, we'll check. We have to stop before the runway to do that, though. Alright. La.
And Cleveland Center, Southwest 1276, holding short is 6 right, ready to go.
South 1276, wind
Quickly do
1007, runway 6 right, clear for takeoff.
Detent 2000.
6 right, clear for takeoff, Southwest 1276.
Bell 715, sorry, amended clearance change for
1700.
the Cougar 2 arrival. The Cougar 2 arrival.
Cougar 2 arrival for Dover.
Alright,
Bell
1700.
715 descended via the
landing
Cougar
lights
2
on, nav
arrival.
lights
The
on.
Metro altitude is 29905.
Avionics are on, pitot heat is on. Magnetos, checking the right.
20, say again.
Back
The
to
altitude is
both.
29905.
2995.
Gotta get to back to 17. Left. Good enough. It looks good. Back to both. Good. Transponder alt squawking 6366. Nav radios GPS set.
Delta
For
4498,
takeoff
Cleveland
is-
Center, radar contact. Good afternoon.
And that's it. We're good. Pitot heat as required. We're gonna rotate at 70. Climb at retract the flaps at 80. Climb at 101. I did that enough times yesterday doing the scenery discovery of why I was crashing the desktop. And then if there's a problem, take a full
Yeah,
Kirk,
231,
otherwise,
runway 6
us,
right,
we'll
taxi
take
via
off.
Juliet.
Land right there on the
5,
runway for
Lima.
under, let's say, 1,500 feet. This Palm Chemical Waste will land right there in the wind. The rate of returns. Best glide speed. This is 88. For above 1,500 feet, this Palm Chemical emergency or otherwise, we will. Let me see what I'm
National
doing.
aircraft, Cleveland Center closing in approximately 15 minutes.
Oh, there you go. I'm gonna get out of here in time then. Where were the winds from? 046. Yeah. So 046 would mean we're turning to the left, land downwind on the taxiway, the grass, and the runway, whatever's available to us. Best glide speed, and this is 88. Rotate at 70. Climb at 101. Retract flaps at 80. We're good to go. So Cleveland Center, Cirrus 9 Echo Foxtrot, holding short of runway 6 at Charlie, ready for takeoff.
America Foxtrot, fly runway heading, runway 6 clear for takeoff, the wind 05003.
Clear for takeoff, fly runway heading, 9 Echo Foxtrot. Okay, we'll get up there, we'll set the heading bug, and we will do that. Very good. Turn this puppy around, maximum takeoff yardage.
Southwest 1276.
All right,
Radar
in
contact.
the middle,
Stay altitude.
hit the heading bug,
Passing
hold
4.2,
the heading.
Southwest 1276.
and we are good
South
to go. Full throttle,
Climb and maintain flight level 290.
and release.
I'm going to maintain
Here we
flight
go.
level 290, Southwest 1276.
Here we go. Rotating. Now,
Cleveland Center, citation 777,
Okay.
Charlie X-ray on ground,
trap the
please.
flaps right about now. And we should climb in about 101. Okay. Heading. Let's go vertical speed. We'll
Section
keep it there.
777 Charlie X-ray Cleveland Center.
Good to
Stand
go.
by.
We are off. Yes. All right. Into those deep clouds. We're gonna get some interesting weather along the route here to Iowa City, but we should be good. And that IFR clearance went way better than ever before. So this practice is definitely helping. It might help to switch this to GPS for when I need it. I'm going to be at Cleveland Center pretty fast, though, so even though he's leaving in about 15 minutes, I'm going to be good. It's snowy, it's overcast, there's storms. We'll make this happen. We shall make this happen. We're gonna lean it out just a little bit. We're still at 100% power, so that looks pretty good.
Center 777 Charlie X-ray full route clearance advised, ready to copy.
Going into the Merc.
We're
Here we go.
ready to copy 7 Charlie X-ray.
7 Charlie X-ray cleared to Lexington Airport. Cab for departure. Appleton transition. Direct, that's Alpha Papa Echo. Direct Cincinnati Charlie Victor Golf. Clegg 5 arrival. Climb via SIDS, departure this frequency,
Give
squawk
him a little bit of time,
2363.
and then we'll ask to turn on course if he doesn't let me. You know, if he doesn't contact me. It's not about letting, it's about contacting.
Roger, 7 Charlie X-ray cleared to Lexington Airport via the Case 4 departure, Appleton transition, Cincinnati Clegg 5 arrival. And I didn't get the altitude to maintain. Departure zone unit squawk 2363.
7 Charlie X-ray, it's climb via SIDS, so follow the altitude restrictions on the cabs for departure, please.
Further climb via SID. I have the ATIS information. I'll call you ready to text.
7 Charlie X-ray, read back correct, thank you.
Just to verify B6 right for departure.
7 Charlie X-ray, affirmative.
Roger.
There, 9er Echo Foxtrot, radar contact, stay altitude.
We're at 4,000, 9 Echo Foxtrot.
9er Echo Foxtrot, proceed direct victory, climb and maintain 8,000.
Direct to victory and climb and maintain 8,000, 9 Echo Foxtrot. Alright, let's turn this thing here. Let's see if nav works. Doesn't always work right away. And no. Alright, so we'll do the heading. Sometimes you gotta be within the path to make this work for some reason, so. Slow that puppy down. Forgot to do that. Should be at 75%-ish. You don't have to go economy today because we should be good. La 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 la. Alright, climb. Thank you. Let's just set this and be on our way.
Cleveland Center, Delta 1468, ready for taxi with November, squawk 5737.
Okay, leading out the mixture maximum.
Delta 1468, runway 3 left, taxi via Foxtrot Mike.
They're good to go
Taxi
on
3
that.
left via Foxtrot Mike, Delta 1468.
And we are heading towards Victory. Is that what it is? I keep forgetting. Yeah, Victory VOR.
Okay, 231, wind 1007, or runway 6 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway 6 right, clear for takeoff.
Southwest 1862, Chicago Center's closed, radar service terminated, frequency change approved, see ya.
Can't see anything in this thing. We're going all over the place.
Walker 1899, contact Boston Center 134.7.
Over to Boston, Walker 18 Internet field.
And we are going to monitor guard on COM2, even though no one uses on that sim. But I like to get in the practice of doing that just so I have it. So, and you know what that means.
You're on guard with KGOD.
Delta
We're going
1193, descend and
Hometown, my
10,000,
friend.
the Pittsburgh
Hometown,
Altimeter
Captain
2989er.
Down to 10,000, Pittsburgh altimeter 2989er.
To Riverside,
Delta
Iowa.
93.
And upon reaching there, we will explore through YouTube and video the birthplace of Captain J.T. Kirk. Hence why we are doing this flight. Gives me a reason to go places where I wouldn't even think about going. You just pick a theme and go with it. But not the best flying weather today.
Okay, 231, radar contact, climb and maintain flow level 190.
Climb and maintain 190, flight level 190.
This
Delta
Ice Tea break brought to you by
1193, sorry for the late
Nice
descent.
day.
Best breakdown, you can expect runway 10 left.
Yes, this is
No
a big jig of
problem
Ice Tea.
on the late descent. We'll go as fast as we can. Runway 10 left for Delta 1193.
It's just easier than going up and down the stairs every time I want to get some entry. Now, that being said, it should get really bad and then clear up around Iowa City, which is nice to see. So, we are getting rocked around a little bit here. Are we 8,000? Yes, we are. So I'm going to kick this back to 75%. Do one final leaning of the mixture, just to make sure we're good. Whoop, get an extra percentage there. See that? Oh, we got an extra 2. All right, about 77%. Go back. There you go. Now kick it back to 75. And we're good. All right. Definitely IFR, but good to practice. All that practice on the radio will hopefully pay off when we start doing some simulated IFR here in my lessons. And that might be just a little bit more time, but we're hoping it's soon. I actually have to move my flight on Saturday, next Saturday, because I gotta take my kid to baseball. So, while we are flying the Merc here, I'm gonna look at the schedule and see if I can book something this week, which is gonna be tough. It's tough to book a week off. Which is why I always try to book out like 3 or 4 months in advance. And just cancel if I can't make it in advance.
7 Charlie X-ray, runway 6 right, taxi via Juliet, Juliet 5,
Let's see.
Lima.
I'm thinking Tuesday would be awesome. Which probably isn't
Going 6
available.
right
But
via Juliet, Juliet 5, link to 7 Charlie X-ray.
just the way the cookie crumbles is apparent here. Oh, wait a minute. 4 Bravo Foxtrot is available. Alright. Well, I mean, I don't care as long as they can put my instructor's not available. And that isn't going to help. No, is that going to help?
Delta 1193,
Of course, that
descend
could
and
help.
maintain 4,000.
So, all
Down
right, I'm
4,000,
gonna cancel
Delta
that now,
1193.
though. Okay, so it might be a lost week here again, but that's all right. It's gonna kick back in. I have tons of flights.
Cleveland Center, Southwest 447, mic check.
South
Stuff.
447 Cleveland Center, you're loud and clear.
As far as our flight so far,
Cleveland Center, Southwest
take a look at
447,
Volanta.
try for clearance
Here I
to
am right
Chicago
at the
Midway.
edge of
South 447
Cleveland
Cleveland Center, just FYI, I'm going to be closing in a few minutes here. You still on
Iowa
clearance?
City.
If you could just send a PDC, that'd be fine. Southwest 447.
447, roger.
Just came out of Lansing and we are on our way. And I don't want to say this too loudly, but it didn't crash the desktop. So it's looking really good. Sorry about that flashing there. I had to move some windows around. All right. To the Victory VOR. And that scenery is definitely the cause of those crashes to the desktop. Which I posted on flightsim.tl because it's freeware. And I told them, you know, I'm not going to rate it, but we're having problems with it. So, don't know what they're going to do with that, but... And 5-year-old on board. What's up? What do you have? Everyone, she's got a balloon for that. Captain Kirk's covering you up, and that's okay. Here, hit Captain Kirk with the balloon a couple times. Maybe it'll move. He seems to be very frozen. Okay, I'm gonna keep flying now, okay? I love you. Okay, when I get done with this. Okay. Uh-huh.
Delta
Yeah.
1193, depart you
All right. Well, it's nice
direct.
to have another
Stowe.
VIP on board.
Cross Stowe at 4,000, cleared ILS 10 left approach.
Cross Stowe at 4,000 after Yin's go direct.
Ground speed of
Stowe, and clear the ILS runway
148
10
knots. Not the
Delta
best,
1193.
but it,
Number
what was the wind
489
from?
Echo Foxtrot, Great Lakes approaches offline, frequency change approved. Have a good day.
Roger, thank you, 9 Echo Foxtrot. All right, over to Unicom 122.8. And we'll leave the squawk. All right, with that, I had the air traffic control chatter on. So we're going to have some simulated air traffic control in the background. I just like to have some ambiance when I fly. And things are looking peachy. There's United Airlines flight in front of us over here. Tons of Microsoft Flight Simulator East Server traffic in front of us. Things are looking pretty bleak. Not in a bad way, just I'm stuck in clouds. Nice to see that maneuvering speed is there though. Right on the money. Look at that. Look at that, everyone. Oh man. Whew. Oh God. Nav. It's not should be heading, it should be nav. Okay. Don't quite know what happened there. I thought it was on nav.
Southwest 1441, contact center on 128.6. 28.6. Good night, Southwest 1441.
GPS, EDI. Turn. Let's go.
Let us fly 133, contact center 127, flight 5.
I'm going to try and recite the autopilot.
Have a good night.
I don't know, but it should kick in eventually. So. Oh, excuse me.
28.1, Delta 9887, 1
We're heading there either way, so that's all that matters, but still.
Southwest 14.
Hey, look, it just got a little clearer up the top. There we go.
1496 interrupt.
Back there, look at those clouds.
First Delta 9887 with you, sending via the OLA 1, to maintain 12 and
oh man.
half hotel.
Delta 9887, approach 128.1.
Oh shoot, I'm sorry.
I'll have to keep an eye on this and see if it switches to Pullman over there.
Good evening. SkyWest 3334, 10,700, climb play level 230.
That's not intercepting the path there.
SkyWest 3334, 11,000, climbing flight level 230.
It kind of was, it just wasn't, whatever. It's that superficial thing the pilots do. Alright, contrails everywhere in the sky. Nice to see. We have about 8.5 minutes till we get to the victory.
1995, center apply heading at 260. Second capacity energy set. You didn't set direct gas. Gonna maintain 16 now.
Oh, excuse me. Back when I was a youngin', didn't have a family, and was able to do practically whatever I wanted while living in my parents' house. Sunday used to always be the flight sim day. It always seemed to like Sunday was like the big flight sim day, and then Saturday was kind of the flight sim day, but more of a setup of the flight sim day. So I'm just reliving the past here. Oh, excuse me. Cannot believe it's been like, God, I've been flying on the flight sim since like 97, 98, so what is that, 26 years? I feel old. God, I used to be such a youngin'. I understand half of what I'm doing today, but you know, it was a good time still.
Elite 8075, maintain 12 down, March October 995, 1 hour roll.
Descend 12000, Legion 8075. Delta 574 to 300, descending via the OLA 17, by level 240.
Legion 8075, approach 134.0.
1340, Legion 8075.
Ooh, I'm getting ideas in my head for more flight sim gear here.
Is that jet 593, climate maintain. Climate maintain the 1-5 now.
Coming to 15,000, jet 593.
So I'm writing all this stuff down because I just want to fill up that Etsy store with tons of ideas. Whatever sells, sells. Whatever doesn't, doesn't. And we go from there. But the more stuff, I figure the more discovering people will find on Etsy with a lot of stuff. So, so as I fly, things pop in my head. I'm just like, oh, that'd be a good idea. Meatball. Direct meatball.
You're on guard!
No, Digi Driver. The voyage home. For Kirk, at least, not me. Yeah. I'm far away from my old home. But nice to see you again, Digi Driver. Just continuing our IFR because it's crap weather out here. again. But it's been okay. We had Cleveland Center live air traffic control, and then just got in there, and now we're here. So, but greetings. How's it going down there? Excuse me.
12435, high grade 9, 1741.
La 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 la. Oh, more contrails. We never have looked outside once, but this is what we're dealing with today. A little bit of icing there too, if you notice. Gotta take off the names. Ugh. Okay. You flew the Freeware Challenger? How was that? Nice. I was digging through my fridge for dinner last night because my wife had to do her grades. And of course, it was either chicken or chicken or chicken. But that's fine. I don't care. I mean, plain whatever. But the kids were into the story. It was, what veggies do you want? Okay, cool. What do you want there? And I made some mozzarella sticks. We had some leftover mozzarella sticks. So, not the healthiest mozzarella sticks, but we had them anyways. I fixed the scenery problem. That was not fun. Thank God I have my add-ons organized somewhat, because it would have been impossible if it wasn't organized. And it wasn't even in Michigan when that scenery was the problem. It was in Illinois, I believe. So, yeah. Yeah. So, you never know with add-on scenery. It just matters where it loads. But we are going to cross over Lake Michigan into Michigan pretty soon. So, I'll give you a view of that. As long as my phone's cooperating, which it is. Oh, cool. Where are you? Right there. So if we look at the VFR sectional, not that we're using that, we're about to hit the Victory VOR. Everything actually programmed to the GPS manually today, which was nice to see. And hopefully it will take that left turn to Pullman. And then we're going to go across Lake Michigan and hopefully get a really good view on Chicago. I have that Drewicki design stuff over there. So, we'll see how much of a frame hit it takes too. And then we're going to be leaving there to Iowa City. I keep thinking of Davenport, Iowa, and the Tommy Boy reference. Get yourself a new map. But we are going to be there.
Good afternoon, Air Compass 1696 is 02.
In about ETA 1857 Zulu. We're now in daylight savings time. Am I right? Or am I get that back though. But we skipped ahead an hour. So now it's -4 from where I am. So that's 2:57. So about 2 hours and 4 minutes away. And I want to see if I'm right. Yes, I am. So we got about 2 hours of flying left to go. And it's pretty calm and smooth here. Yeah, well, as a private pilot, you got to get that stuff down. I always relate it to my railroad time, which I think you're in the same time zone as me. So it's -4. So -4 over whatever Zulu is our local time. And then before the spring had an hour, it was -5. But that's how I kind of do it. I figure it by local time zones. So, if you're in Central, that's another hour. Give me a second. The hour that you have to minus. So it'd be -5 if you're in Central, etc., etc. So. Or you could just look at your Fly Live overlay. It tells you time to go. But yeah, that's how I do it. Local time and then -4. Because I'm on the East Coast. Eastern Standard Time, no, not daylight time. It's actually we're not in daylight time. We're standard time.
126.77, SkyWest 3334.
Good day.
I prefer EST, to be honest with you. So
2677.
I don't know why, it just feels better to me. Excuse me.
And Grand Rapids
Oh,
traffic,
actually, we're in
southwest
Eastern
of the
Daylight
airport,
time.
taking off
I'm
on
sorry.
8 right.
See, I get that mixed up. The lingo. But it's turning. It's working, everybody. The manual input worked. Isn't that amazing? I can just kind of let it be and monitor everything now. Yay. My friend, the one that flies with me, that's been trying to get his private now for a while, he's been on and off. It hasn't been consistent. He's trying. But when he took his first check ride, he, yeah, it's working like it should, finally. He failed. Like, the test, the designated pilot examiner failed him for not knowing Zulu. That was like the last straw with that guy. But he didn't really give him much of a shot. He wasn't very fair. I mean, he should have just said, you know, do you want to continue this or not? Because it wasn't going well. But that was the last straw of Zulu time. So, yeah. And it keeps people. It's working! Oh, God. Oh, God. And that child actor has never returned to acting, I don't think. He went to college and everything, and I guess he gets a lot of flack for that movie, which I kind of feel bad about. I mean, he was just a young kid. So, I mean, do I think they could have casted that role better? Probably, but it was still a kid no matter what. So, it was a tough role to fulfill. It had so many expectations. It's just that he doesn't come across as believable in some of those scenes. That's what it is. Alright. So we're cruising above the clouds here. Snowy winterland below. We're making our way. We do have a little bit of ice. We do have the icer on, so I don't know why it's totally looking like that. We'll keep monitoring the situation. Never really had icing on a real well plane yet, so.
Gotta make it so. Make it so.
You know we'll make it so, and you know how I'm gonna. Number one, make it so. That's right, make it so. I gotta come up with. I mean, I need to find time to do all this, but I need some more creative stuff here too, because I love that. Oh man, if people only knew. I haven't released this one in a while. I did like this one. Exactly, seriously. The plane. She has a little bit of ice on her. So I have to keep an eye on her. Oh, that was a nice picture. Stay right there. Smile. Okay. Yeah. Tattoo. That just came out of my head one time, and I thought that was awesome. And then when I made the video, I was like, wait a minute, let's put it in like an old TV. But that was a while back. That was. I remember. What was that? Early 80s? I remember being a kid and seeing that come on TV. Not that I watched it, but I was very, very young. I have to update all those commands sometime. I have to, like, the thing with the command, if you will, if I do one, is I can't fit them all in there. So I have to figure out what I'm going to do to get those released, everybody. Carter Montalban, who was the original Khan in the movie. Not in the series, but in the movies. Wrath of Khan, Carter Montalban. Good actor.
Southwest 111 325, descending via Ola with Chemington 240.
So, I am going to try to work on a second VIP for our Star Trek flights here. So, I already got some ideas and pictures. It's just a matter of making it happen. Of course, they all wear Bose Ace 20 headsets. Not that I do anymore on stream, but it's too much of a setup. I shredded the cord a little bit, so now I gotta send it in for service, and it's not under warranty anymore, so it cost me $225. I still gotta ship it in this week, and they're gonna fix everything on it. That's the cool. Like, I ripped everything off, all the extras, so that way I'll just have extras of stuff that they replace, and they should recondition it to a brand new state here. So, but I can't see me just sending the stuff in and paying that money. I'm just gonna keep everything I can. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. So. FS Expo also made an announcement yesterday. I put it on my Discord, but I'm gonna put it on stream too. They talked about all of the give me a second here. Where is it? Oh, it was here. Give me a second. All of the exhibitors that are going to be at FS Expo. So, first round of exhibitors, and there were a lot of them. So let's put that on stream while we're flying IFR here. And that way we can kind of explore it together. That was the thing that was going to be announced. That wasn't allowed to announce till now. So here's the exhibitors revealed, everybody. It's a long video too, so 5 minutes. So, anyways, you can see the rest of that video on the Airflight Discord, but there's like at least 50 exhibitors that they said were going there. And it was, yeah, kind of makes me do want to go, but I'm probably not going to be able to go. So it's just the way it is. But yeah, exhibitors, everyone that's going to be there, Fly-by-Wire, Orb X. I didn't see Druicki Design unless I missed that. But there's tons of exhibitors. They're going to have on. They're going to have the controllers again that you can try out there and everything. So, yeah, I felt pretty bad that I'm probably not going to be able to go, but if you are able to go, you're lucky. So, a lot of exhibitors there. MSI, I have an MSI laptop. They're okay. You got to get a good model MSI to get some quality, though, in the build. My last MSI died only because I cooked the video card somehow. And what sucks is the video card's embedded on the motherboard, so you have to buy a whole new motherboard if you want one. So that's why we had the new laptop. Druicki. That's what I pronounce it as. Druicki Designs. Druicki. It's hard to spell too, but they've been great sponsors of the Airflight Marathon event, so I'm hoping that they kick in for a third year because they have very good scenery products, and we're going to be flying by Chicago, so I can give them a little shout out there. Talking about shout outs, let's give Digi Driver a shout out. Thank you. Great friend of mine, and also flight sim enthusiast and scenery creator. So, making my real home airport of Plymouth, Massachusetts. There's actually one that's close to me, Taunton, but the management there is terrible. They don't rent any airplanes. I think they have like independent flight instructors there, but that's about it. You have to like know who they are. So, all right, we're gonna get an updated pressure setting here at the Pullman area. We're gonna try South Haven area regional 118.025. Yeah, there you go. Buttons are a little sensitive there.
Automated weather observation 1700 Zulu. Wind 12
Niner 3.
Kilo Lima Whiskey Alpha, automated weather observation 1700.
There we go. What did I do? Oh, I set it on COM 1. My bad. That's okay. Doesn't matter now. We are about to go over Lake Michigan. And again, hopefully this turns to the right. So. Nice! Laying down the apron textures. Very nice, my friend. Again, I'm excited. I know that you're going to maybe, I'm going to put it in the maybe category. Maybe send me an alpha version. But I'm excited. And that way I can kind of hopefully help you if there's anything that needs a little updating or something too. That's not the reason why. Just because I'm really excited to try to get scenery at an airport I'm going to fly a lot out of on the simulator. But Taunton Municipal would be where ideally I'd want to fly out of if I owned a plane. But the management there is terrible. It's in shambles right now. They keep like lying about things at Taunton Municipal. They said what they said was the airport manager to a conference of airports, and they don't have an airport manager there. They have an airport council that acts like a airport manager. So they put one of the council members on as the airport manager, which I guess isn't totally incorrect unless you're looking at it a certain way. Why did my camera freeze up? That was weird. But anyways, there's been a lot of problems there. 2 of the commission members on the airport commission got caught for hunting illegally, or at least hunting in a non-legal way, I should call it, on the airport. They were hunting deer. So they got brought up in front of the Massachusetts Environmental Police on that one. I don't know what's going on with that. But they tried saying that it wasn't illegal and that they were controlling the wildlife, but they didn't really call up anybody and let them know what was going on before they did that, which I think they're required to do. So that's just one of the many problems. They have Jet A available at Taunton, but there's no jets that really fly into that. There was like one, and of course they took a, ooh, it's turning to the right. They took a picture of it saying, oh, look at all the jet stuff we're attracting here. Like, you go fly there or even visit there, nobody's there. Which is the other problem, because the transient aircraft, you have to call. Everything's on lockdown. You have to call to get the gate code. They don't have the gate code posted like other airports. You have to call, and no one is in the office. So you're there waiting for the gate code. Even when I wasn't a private pilot, I used to go visit Taunton just to see the scenery there. And I remember pilots would ask me, hey, do you know what the gate code is? And I'm like, I have no clue. Taunton. Kilo Tango Alpha November. It's the closest GA airport to my house in real life. And I would love to fly out of there. It's even historic. They used to have a Jenny there. That's how it started. It used to be a dairy farm. And the owner started like flight lessons in a Jenny back in the early part of the 20th century. And they have the historic hangar there still. But the new airport commission told the family, the descendants, if you will, that donated the airport to the city of Taunton. They said that they had to like do something or another, and that they couldn't store their airplanes there, and they actually fenced off the historic hangar, like something that's been used in movie shootings. I think they might have used it in some Amelia Earhart movie or something. So, yeah, it moved on. But I used to live in my old house, my first house I ever bought. I used to live like a good 5 minutes away, so it was the airport I was looking to when I was thinking about getting flight lessons when it still wasn't possible in 2009. I went down there and talked to the flight school that was there at the time. No flight school's there anymore because they couldn't make enough business. But it's a big mess there. I even joined the Taunton Pilot Association one year because I felt bad. And they're the ones that the airplane owners and stuff that are fighting the commission to and fro. And every time they go to a meeting, they're always like basically disrespected. And they're not allowed to give their public comment because the airport commissioners, not all of them, but these 2 in particular, who will not be mentioned by name on my stream, they just basically like write them off and yell at them, and they really disrespect the public input to those things. And usually they don't even allow it, so that's why I'm not flying out of Taunton. I'll fly to it and do a landing or two, but I will not ever really fly out of there if I own a plane or hangar it. Because another thing that they did was they said they were going to build hangars. Everything's for money there now. The automated weather system has not been working. So I said, hey, do you know when that might be working? And the Airport Commission went off on the maintenance shop there, saying that when they had an illegal septic tank put in, they had the wire cut from the machine. It's like one thing after another. And of course, the maintenance guy's like, it's not me. We called DigSafe. They did the whole thing, and when they cut in the wrong place. It's a big brouhaha there. So, but anyways, enough of that complaining. Just the reason why I fly out of Plymouth, if you know what I mean. I fly an extra 25. I drive an extra 25 minutes to go there. We're flying over Lake Michigan now. We'll see if we can see anything. I don't think we can. We are over it, and we are leaving. We are leaving Michigan to go to Illinois now. So that's huge clouds. Send out that squadron. Someone's gonna need to find us in these thickness of clouds. Or this thickness of clouds, excuse me. Yeah. Send in the planes. You don't talk about. Well, we're cruising around 8,000 feet, 75% power. The ground speed's up to 163 now. We're still having a slight headwind here, though. Whereas 2 days ago, when we were flying for real, we had a tailwind that was helping us. So I had to do economy fuel power percentage there, but we're getting through this.
One Bravo Victor Fox Julian at maintain 10 down. Standing up to 9er.
And was that for 421 Bravo Victor?
421 Bravo Victor affirmative. Fox Julian at maintain 10 down.
IFR, baby. IFR all the way. I think he did. I'm not positive on that. But that's interesting that he had his own Air Force. I think he did. I think I read something like that. I don't know. The book I've been reading lately is this one, even though I don't get lots of time to read. Reading John Lancaster's The Great Air Race, because I was thinking about that maybe for a possible marathon, inspired marathon event. But it's going over a lot of the history even before the air race in 1919. No one really knows much about it, because you have to go looking for it. But it involves planes back then having a great race across the United States, I believe. Because I haven't really gotten to that part of it yet. But they talked about how like the airmail was like trying to convince everyone that commercial aviation was possible and that there was a place for it and this and that. So it's an interesting read. That author is also a private pilot. He didn't fly for like 30 years or something like that, and then he went and bought a light sport airplane, got redone on his getting caught up flying again, and he actually flew that route in like it looked like a pipistrelle or something like that. So, but yeah, it's a good read. Maybe about fourth through it. Got some aircraft here on the ADS-B there. I don't think that's VATSIM traffic. I think that's Microsoft Flight Simulator East Server traffic. So.
Okay, we're looking for traffic, Vanessa Field, bro.
Which is where you can join us if you'd like to fly in this weather with me. But we hopefully will get a look at Chicago. I'm not positive if we will get a good look because it's all IFR. It's overcast at 700, so maybe we'll see the buildings peek through. Who knows? 5 square mile visibility missed. The wind's not that bad, but we also want to see what the frame rate hit is on the Drinky design there, because it is rather extensive. We shall see. I did uninstall the whatchamacallit there. The scenery there that was there for the 40th, where Microsoft Flight Simulator used to default to Bixfield. I uninstalled that because I want it to be realistic still, even though I disagreed with the plowing of that airfield in 2003. So The ice on the wing seems to be staying at bay here, so just leave it like it is and go. I remember seeing that when I was youngin' too with Mix Field, which really sucked. Thanks, Mayor Daly.
210, looking to reach on by France 43.
But Microsoft Flight Simulator did do a nice job on that in the 40th anniversary update, so.
Good evening, rise 2437 240.
Alright, 2437, center Roger.
Any chance for lower price, 2437?
Alright, 2437, center maintain 12 down, standing about 702-9er.
Right down to 12 pounds, rise 2437.
Just surfing through some clouds. Not very exciting, but well, I think the flying for me is exciting, but you know, not exciting to look at, if you will. Let's see.
One Bravo Victor, flying heading over 17, heading 10, ready for the 7,
And which heading was after 1 Bravo Victor?
4 Bravo Victor, flying heading over 1,
100.
He's doing something here.
180, 1 Bravo Victor.
La 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 la. Let's see if this works. All right. It worked. Yay! Because I had to add a command for that. All right. Just making sure things are good. Check out that trailer for FSX boats on my Discord. Join the Discord right over there. I always get used to that mirroring of which way I have to look. I was very blown away by how many exhibitors are actually going.
That's 125.3.
And I'm kind of jealous that I probably will not be going. But halfway over Lake Michigan, we're getting there. We're about 21 minutes or so away from Chicago, which is going to be to the left of us, but we'll take a look at it. We'll also see what happens to the frames, because I have a lot of scenery there. Talking like Midway, Chicago Midway over there, I got that. I've got the Chicago City add-on by Druicki Design. Tons of add-on scenery. So, see what happens. I'm got about 35 frames per second or so, up to 40 right now, with the way that we're looking. So.
1485, center Roger.
Fuel! Let's switch it to the right. We're on boost. I should have probably done that a while ago, but we're good now.
Center November 46, all sectors level 240.
Should have probably seen that. I can see what you're saying. Yeah, the streaming takes a little bit. Like, you know, I fly offline too, but that's usually like test things and install things. It takes a long time to maintain a flight simulator. If you want to do that thing. If you just want to fly it, then it doesn't take a lot. But I'm always adding like scenery on. I'm going to flightsim.to. I've gone through all the U.S. scenery. I go through all the Canadian scenery. I try to keep the U.S., Canada, and Mexico updated. More U.S. and Canada than anything, though. And it sucks time out. And then sometimes I'll spend time designing stuff for the Etsy store or the eventual Eric Flight merch store.